Less than 48 hours after the A's traded away Chris Bassett, what do you know? The big trade away after the lockout has carried on, with Matt Olson being traded to the Atlanta Braves. Not unexpected, but it doesn't make it any easier, does it? So yes, I was going to write a blog about it for oaklanduk.com, but I started putting together some notes and it's just, where do we even start trying to put some cogent argument together with all of this? And I saw Dallas Braden's vent video, so I thought, yeah, let's stick the green screen up and quickly have a vent. Now, the deal in and of itself looks like a good deal. 4 players coming back from Matt Olson from the Braves. Very good prospect package by the look of it. Listen to or reading the prospect hounds and their thoughts on their Braves players that have come our way. So yes, that's good. Just as the general thoughts on the Bassett, the 2 guys we got for Chris Bassett from the Mets was generally good. And we desperately need that. Most rankings slip the A's at about 28th out of 30 farm system. So clearly we need to replenish the farm system. So in isolation we can understand it. It's fine. But it's not fine, is it? You know, how many more times do we have to go through this as a fan base? And it's that constant fear in the back of my head that we can all think about how a terminal, and fingers crossed how a terminal gets done. We get the fight, the binding vote season, we get that happening this year. But even then, like, is Fisher going to change? Can a Fisher change his spots? I don't think he can. His general ownership of the San Jose Earthquakes apparently is very badly thought of too. Maybe not quite as badly thought of as his ownership of the A's, but still, he gives you no reason to have any faith in what we are going to do so long as he's still our owner. And that is the real frustration. If this is in isolation, you can understand it. If this is because a new ballpark's coming and we really want to get a great team together to build for a new ballpark, in effect, in the same way that the Atlanta Braves did a few years ago, well, yeah, you can understand it. It's just, so long as Fisher is at the helm, he doesn't deserve the benefit of the doubt. He's done absolutely nothing in any day he's been part of the A's ownership to deserve any benefit of the doubt from any A's fan. And that's what hurts the most, I think. The front office, again, appears to have done a good job with the deal, but so there we go, no more Oli bombs, a real shame. I mean, it's great for him. If he was going to go anywhere, and he was going to go somewhere this off-season, then the Braves are the team I'd want him to go to. It's a return home for him as a Georgia boy, joining the World Series champs. I mean, it's perfect for him, really, so good for him. He's been a fantastic player for the A's, so we'll wish him all the best, just the same as we all did, I'm sure, for Chris Bassett. So in that sense, yeah, good for him. And the question now is, who's next? It's interesting. Matt Chapman was speaking yesterday about the whole way things go around here. And Chappie is a guy who, let's be honest, sometimes runs his mouth a bit and doesn't really endear himself to the fan base all that much. I think the way he's hit, or more accurately not really hit, the last 2 seasons means he's a bit of a tricky one to trade right now. I wouldn't say it's impossible, particularly if he's packaged with Sean Manaea, but I suspect it may be more likely he'll go more mid-season. If he has a good start to the season, then you're potentially going to get more for him than you will right now, but it depends on what's being offered for him right now. Sean Manaea, to me, looks the obvious one to go next. We've just traded away Chris Bassett, who had 1 year left. Really no reason to keep Sean Manaea in this situation then. He's got 1 year left too. We know there are plenty of teams looking for pitching. There always are. But yes, I suspect Manaea will be next. Will he be packaged with Matt Chapman? Who knows? But someone's always next. And there's always another rebuild. There's always another big trade away. And is it ever going to end? I will just about cope with this if this is the last time before the new ballpark. Just about. But again, do any of us really believe that? I want to believe it, but I also wish John Fisher wasn't our owner. So, there we go. But anyway, Matt Olson traded to the Braves, a 4-for-1 package, a good prospect return, but we don't want prospect returns. is another prospect return to then hopefully then be good for a few years and then we trade him away. We want this to be a prospect return alongside some others and some new signings next off season or whatever to start powering the next great A's team. Otherwise, we need to get the pitchforks out basically. There we go. That's A's UK. So I have put various blogs up on oaklandauk.com recently about the CBA and also about the Chris Bassett trade, so do look those up. I've been working over the off-season, which obviously has been quite extended this off-season, on various bits and bobs. We'll be doing lots more live streams over the course of the season and the podcast as well. So we've got various things coming, and it's the thing, we've been through this so many times. You find a way to find some enjoyment from a season. Now, I know it's easier for me to say that here in the UK because I'm not the one who's been shafted by the A's, who not only are trading away our best players and the likes of Caval, slagging off our ballpark, and then they're whacking up the prices, so I don't have to suffer that side of it. So I appreciate you guys out there in Oakland. They have a different spin on it, but for me, you can always find reasons to be enjoying the games, whatever the win-loss column says. And you already look, for example, Matt Olson leaving. Eric Fames was brought in on a minor league deal, and yes, he struggled last time with the Nationals, but had a lot of success with the Brewers in a couple of seasons, and is very much an A's type of character in terms of just a really good guy. Brewers fans love him, so he's the sort of person in a season like this, he can come in, play first base regularly, bit of DH, start whacking some bombs out there in the Coliseum. It's something to enjoy, and maybe we'll see Nick Allen, our good young shortstop, coming up and playing good defense. Christian Pache, the main kind of guy in the Braves package, an outstanding centre fielder, Gold Glove caliber centre fielder, so maybe we'll see him if we haven't already traded him by the time this video goes out. So reasons to find reasons to enjoy something or other somehow. But this, anyway, I understand the front office, what they're doing. I understand the trade in that sense. I can't stand John Fisher, and that's where we'll leave it. Until next time, keep it locked on Oakland AUK for all of your UK-based A's fandom, including plenty of grief for Fisher this season and sort of, I don't know, it's like community support, isn't it? We're all in a support network this year, watching the A's.